So, what I wanted to, the message I wanted to get out there, first of all, my first video, I've noticed over the years that there's a lot of truth seekers, I would call them, or light workers, whatever, truth seekers, I guess is the best word, that, when they're trying to find the truth and stuff, they, start getting into this small-minded world that they're not really aware that they're doing, because obviously they're not aware of it, because when finding the truth, you gotta be open-minded. And, um, I, when I first woke up, I started spending a lot of time at this music studio, and all my friends at the music studio kind of started becoming my family. And, there was this guy named Xerxes, who was this old man from Persia, um, and he was a student of Jiddu Krishnamurti, and so he obviously knew a lot of cool stuff. Like, everywhere he went, people would just stop in their tracks and be like, what the heck did that guy just say? Oh my god, what the hell? I've got so much shit to figure out. And, he became one of our good friends, and thankfully my friends became very open to what he was saying and understood what he was saying and wanted to be around that all the time. So we hung out with him all the time. He came to our music studio and stuff, and um, he enlightened us on so many levels. But unfortunately, the truth that he brought in us brought into them some kind of a way of thinking that kept it kind of made them divided from each other, and as they grew more and more set into these ways of thinking, they would kind of grow farther apart from each other. So in a way, they were actually like growing into a beautiful place, but also they were observing each other too much and kind of trying to like see the defaults in each other too much, and that really sucked. Um, and it made hanging out at the music studio very difficult. Um, I kind of stopped going there myself because they would just observe each other in this way that was dividing and they didn't realize it. So they would grow quiet and kind of distant, just be like sitting there like, what does this guy have to say? Is that the truth? Or like just thinking in their head like, is that the truth? I don't know. Um, no, that doesn't make any sense because blah 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 blah. And these guys kind of got set in the way of thinking. Like no matter what they heard, it just wasn't the truth. That airplane's kind of fast. That is not a fucking airplane. That is not an airplane. Come on, show yourself. Anyways, so where was I? So they got divided. They started dividing themselves from their very best friends and from people that were like just, like you could pretty much anything somebody says, any English word somebody uses, you can make out as false, as distruth, as a distraction, and um, but sometimes you gotta realize that this is just the words that the person used to try to convey their message. So I've noticed that a lot of truth seekers kind of have grown into this problem that I noticed the same problem happened in our music studio, which kind of grew us all apart, and no, we don't really hang out there anymore, sadly. And I unfortunately can't talk to my best friend since 7th grade because no matter what I say to him, he tries to say, well, that's not true because blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, you gotta realize the point of all this truth seeking is the harmony that we can bring with each other in our relationships. So when we like try to see all this truth seeking and we don't stay harmonious, it's just kind of contradicts itself. And one like I I only I started only going to the music studio every couple of months or something. And one day I went there and I observed this in everyone. They just weren't talking to each other, they weren't being friends, and were disconnecting from each other. They were disconnected from each other completely, judging each other. They forgot to not judge. They forgot, or they weren't realizing that they were judging. And I tried to bring back this harmony in between them, and I was just like joyful, like joking with them, even though I watch them judge me too, because I feel other people like crazy. Like I can't not feel other people. They are in me. So every judgment I would just deflect off me and just keep on bringing the harmony in, bringing the joyfulness in, just being like, haha, yeah, yeah, everything's awesome. Okay, let's keep on going, guys. Be silly, be silly. And my friend turned to me and he was like, you reminded me how to be a friend. And that meant a lot to me because, of course, that's something I want to do for people. And that's kind of what inspired me to make this video. Um, but it's just like, there's a problem I've been observing in Facebook groups and stuff of us light workers, or whatever you want to call us, the star seeds, truth seekers. And I really hope that we can bring awareness to it and get rid of it because it's definitely setting us backwards and not helping anything. Um, so hopefully we can change that. I hope that I conveyed this message right because it's very important. We don't want to be dividing ourselves. That's exactly what we're going against. We don't want to create exactly what we're trying to destroy. So let's just, stay open to each other, feel each other. Don't listen to the words, feel what the person is saying. Care about the person. Keep the flow and keep the harmony. Don't keep thinking like, oh, what did that person mean? Like, is that real? Is that real? Is that really real what they just said? Because you gotta like you gotta feel what's behind that. Like, is that really real what the person just said, or how is that person feeling when they decided to use those words? What do they really mean from the bottom of their heart? What are they really trying to say? It's kind of a hard topic to define, but I hope you guys can feel me on this. I, I love you all. Don't forget this as you're going throughout your day and you're observing other people and what they're saying. Try to remember that even if what they're saying isn't the truth, that, false crap comes through all of us sometimes, and it's really inevitable. It's a part of what makes us one, and you gotta ignore it sometimes when, like, friends that aren't joking around. If you think they're joking with you, it just, they're not joking around, so ignore it and don't trick yourself and don't judge. Remember that that person is you. I love you all.